I'm not going to come for 6 months. That's my New Year's resolution. It's been 1 month. I'm going for 6 months.
Is that what it was called?
That's
what you called it?
That's what I call it.
Big bubbly blue water.
Give me one of those big bubbly blue bottled waters. But it was so fizzy.
Was Dwayne the one who gave you the big bubbly blue bottle of water?
I think he chose that one. And the ginger, big bubbly, she'll like this.
That has to be the branding on it, dude.
Big
I wish.
bubbly blue bottle of water.
And you have to like spit a lot while you're saying it.
Yeah.
Big bubbly blue bottle of water.
I feel like a Rugrats character or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
this one's nice and bubbly too.
So fizzy.
We're just
dude.
talking about
Hal's,
our seltzers.
Hal's is like
We've run out of content, so we're just talking about the drinks that we're having on the pod.
yeah, we're talking about the fizziness of different seltzers.
We got to drink slow so we can talk about the whole pod.
Yeah.
So we only brought one drink each.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I have a beer too. Not that fizzy. Dude, fucking, you know what's the fizziest? Topo Chico. That's absolutely the fucking fizziest. However, I only ever have it at like Mexican restaurants or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always in some like cooler type thing and it's like room temperature almost. It's like never actually cold, I feel like.
I had some cold ones in Austin. I never had one until I went there.
Oh, dude, they blast your ass.
Yeah.
They blast you full of carbonation.
When I got one there, I had never had one, so I didn't recognize the name when the guy said it. And he was like, "What the heck? You've never had a tapatapia? A big blue bottle of bubbly water?" And I was like, "What?" And then I thought he said something completely different, and so I was like, "Oh yeah, I've had." And then I said that,
and then you were like, "Big bubbly water," and then he's like, "That is not what I said."
And then I was alone, and that's all I had was like that and some chips and salsa because I was just like waiting between shows or something. And he was telling me before he served it to me, he was like, "Oh, it's really powerful." He was telling me about how powerful the bubbles were.
He said powerful,
and he was like, "Are you sure you want it? Like it's
it's
serious.
gonna hurt you?" Yeah.
And then I sat there for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes with my seltzer and my chips. And he kept checking on me.
He's like, "Are you okay?" You're like floating on the ceiling. Yeah. You're like, "They're too powerful."
Like I'm in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie? I haven't seen it yet.
The new one?
The new one, yeah.
No, I haven't. I can't stand Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, really?
I cannot stand him.
I barely know the guy.
I just feel like I have learned everything about Timothée Chalamet against my will. I do not care about him. Everybody's talking about him. I think he looks like a child and everybody thinks he's hot. And I'm like,
I'm just not in that bracket where I think he's hot anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm an adult woman.
Yeah.
I don't like twinks.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't care for twinks.
I don't, no.
And so I just like, I can't.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, no twinks in here. And also,
I've had enough twinks too in my lifetime.
You've had enough twinks.
Yeah. I used to be really into twinks. But tall twinks. Is that even a thing?
I feel like, I think it is.
Correct us in the comments.
I feel like when you are a like teenage girl, you like men who are like a little bit effeminate because they're less threatening.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like that's why
it's
I
like
loved,
a trainer package.
Exactly. That's why I loved like emo boys.
And they share their emotions.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, it's cool if I do this too.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not like intimidating like a big burly man would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like,
and they seem all artsy and like.
Yeah. Just
because they're a little sad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One time
he probably draws too.
Yeah. One time when I was in high school, I looked up hot emo boys kissing on my computer, and then my mom looked at
hot emo boy kissing.
Yeah, like them kissing each other, and then my mom was like, "What the hell?"
That's so funny,
Allie. I was probably like 11.
You didn't even want a hot emo boy kissing an emo girl.
No,
it wasn't for you to imagine being in the place.
No. I liked just both of them.
That's so funny. That's what she found.
Hot emo boys kissing. It
wasn't even sexual. It's just a kiss too.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah, because I was too young to like want to see anything. You're just
actually sexual. I just want to watch these nice boys.
Yeah. And I'm like, I want to watch them share a smooch respectfully. Hot emo boys kissing. Oh my God.
I'm so out of touch with these celebrities now. Like, I thought the guy in... Did you watch Saltburn?
No, but I'm very familiar with it because it keeps coming up on my TikTok.
Yeah. I thought the guy in that
Barry Keoghan
was Timothy. I don't even know his name. But
okay, there's the tall one who was in Euphoria, and then there's the little weird looking one.
The tall one from Euphoria.
That's Jacob Elordi.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I
thought that was him.
But Barry Keoghan, I've seen him in a million things. Like before he got famous from Saltburn, he was in Banshees of Inisherin, and which was made by the guy who made In Bruges, whose name I forget. He's some fucking Irish guy. And then he was in he was in Killing of a Sacred Deer, which was also a great movie. Huh. And he was always
really good in the movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but he always plays he plays a really good weird little guy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
His face is so unusual. He looks like like half the time he looks attractive and half the time he doesn't. He's like he looks like he's like a hologram.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when you look at it the right way, he's like, you're like, oh, whoa, he's like stunning.
And
other times you're like, what the?
Like when he was at, I forget if it was, I think it was the Golden Globes that he was at, and he was wearing this like he looked like a butch lesbian. He was wearing like a maroon suit with like the sleeves cut off. Like I was like, oh, he's hot. And I'm like, no, he's just jacked. He just has arms. And then a weird little guy face. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I can't tell if I think he's hot. If he approached me in person, I'd be like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm always talking about celebrities like, he's not hot. And if they approach me, I'd be like,
we never meet anyone who looks like that at all. No. Not even close.
Yeah, exactly. And the only reason why people are saying he's like ugly or whatever is because they see him on TV next to Jacob Elordi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking nuts. And this is coming from 2 4s.
I'm fine with some people saying we look like 4s.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Because that's how I feel. So
yeah.
Makes me feel connected to the ones that are commenting negatively. I'm like, they get it. They get it.
It would be weird if people came on our podcast and were like, hot, 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 hot. Look at these 2 hot, 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 hot. I'd be like, leave us alone.
Yeah, that'd be much worse.
Yeah.
We just got that for the feet. And that's fine.
I know, yeah. There's a guy who comments on every YouTube video being like, day 32 of asking the redhead to take her socks off.
But thanks for those 1 wiggles you did at timestamp. He gives exact timestamps for the wiggles. Let's do it now and see if he hears us talking about him.
Hey, what's up, you fucking sick bitch?
I don't think what I'm doing is good.
Yeah, it looks like you're
mine
seizing.
Like a fin. That's like how I would pretend to be a dolphin when I do my swimming lessons.
It looks like somebody's doing that test on you where they hit your knee for a reaction and you're doing it wrong and you're failing the test.
It's me I'm trying so hard with the doctor. I'm like, it happened.
Yeah, you're like, see? And then they're like, it's not supposed to do that.
Man, I remember getting so nervous about that test exactly for that reason. Because I remember I would be like, they need to test it. I can't respond on purpose. Mm-hmm. But then I was worried about responding on purpose on accident.
Yeah,
You know when like you think you're going to do something and you think about it so much, you just do it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. As a kid, I was anxious about that a lot. Every time I was there.
Yeah. It's like when somebody says something to you and you say what, and then you like retroactively hear what they said.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like saying what in that instance.
Yeah, I guess
like you did hear them.
Yeah.
Because you like absorbed the information, but you're just like, what?
And now it's like I'm pretending I didn't hear them.
Yeah.
Because I said what?
And then they start repeating it and you're like, no, I heard you.
Yeah. When I was studying psychology, I don't think this is the way they talk about it now at all. Mm-hmm. But they used to, like in the 70s, they would call that your phonological loop. It's like part of your working memory.
Yeah.
And so when I first learned that, I remember that happening all the time. And I'd be like, I'm going to use my phonological loop. Or like I would do it and then I'd be like, I just used my phonological loop.
And you're like
I'd tell people like that was my phonological loop.
Sorry, no, I heard you in my phonological loop. Yeah. Do you want to ask me what that is?
I said what, but don't answer.
Yeah.
My phonological loop has been running the whole time.
Oh, God. Welcome to Worthless Clowns.
Welcome to Worthless Clowns, podcast about how stupid we are. I'm Brittany Cardwell, Bertonis Cardwell on Instagram. The pod's Instagram is Worthless Clowns.
And I'm Allie O'Neill. You can find me on Instagram at It's Allie O'Neill. Follow the pod. Find us on YouTube. Email us your stupid stories at worthlessclownspod@gmail.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send us DMs with your stupid stories. Just engage with us, please.
And I always forget we can do this. Come see us perform.
Oh, yeah.
If you're in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, come see us. I mean, we might be other places too, but we're here all the time.
Yeah. We live here.
I have a show every Wednesday in Williamsburg called Ambush Comedy. You should follow that as well.
Yeah.
Come see it. And Allie's there a lot.
I'm there a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hit us up.
Allie's got a show at QED.
That's right. Every third Saturday of the month called The Dirty Show. I produce it with the same guy that Brittany produces Ambush with.
Logistics.
We should have him on the pod.
We should, yeah.
We should have Lucas on the pod.
He'd love it.
Oh my God, he would be just a hoot.
Yeah.
He would be an absolute hoot.
He's always just buzzing though, you know?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes our energies interfere. You'll see if you ever see him on the pod. Whoa, what was that? Sometimes me and him just can't connect because our energies are different. And we're trying to talk and we're just like going past each other.
Dude, I feel that way about him most of the time.
Like magnets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's you and him. I think that's him and everyone.
I think it's him and everyone.
I'm always just like he'll be texting me something and I'll be like agreeing, try to validate him. He'll be like, no, it's like this. And I'm like, oh yeah. Like, you know, when you're trying to connect with somebody and then they keep telling you you're doing it wrong. So then you just give up.
That's because he put it all through Chat GPT. You're not talking to him.
He texts
he did his vows with Chat GPT.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I mean, I don't think he did, but I think he did really want to. That was like her one like constraint on his
Yeah,
she was
that
like,
makes
if you
sense.
do anything, please write them yourself.
If you do anything. Dude, he just goes up there and does crowd work the entire time. Yeah. I could see him doing that for like half an hour at his wedding.
Oh my God, last week at the show, at Ambush, my show, you should all come to. It was very fun. Lucas was hosting, and there's this dude in the crowd who Lucas was like talking about resolutions or something for New Year's, and the dude just started yelling out. Like he seemed like he wasn't on drugs, but he was acting like he was on coke.
He's like kind of a crazy person.
Well, I don't know. I talked to him after the show and he was all right. I think he was just excited and drunk. Actually, here's what explains all of it is exactly what he said. He just starts yelling out. He's like, I'm not going to come for 6 months. That's my New Year's resolution. It's been 1 month. I'm going for 6 months.
Oh, that's why he's all amped up.
That's why he was amped
and heckling
up.
A show because he's too full of cum.
He's too full of cum. And I think that was some of the jokes that Lucas did. I can't really remember. But he did that the whole night. Every comic, he was like yelling out about how he's not coming for 6 months. Also, it reminded me of you remember that Seinfeld episode where George... I
fucking love that.
Yeah. George isn't sleeping with people for some reason. I think his girlfriend can't do it because of some issue. Mm-hmm. And at first he's mad, but then they don't have sex for a week and he becomes a genius. Remember that? And he's like working out all these problems.
Yeah. I love how the only thing between men and like being like human beings is coming too much. That's how like the fucking the gladiators did it, right? They saved up all their cum and then they fought a lion or some shit.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think that's true. Or maybe it was the Greeks. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if they must have tested it. Somebody. It must give you some kind of energy because there's like anecdotally, there's so much. Yeah,
there's like a like primal desire that you can like if you do it properly.
It's like a motivator.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
You can have it on all the time if you just don't release it.
Yeah. Like if you don't come, you can be like, I'm going to sell all of this Boy Scouts popcorn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then one day I'll come again.
Yeah. I'll come once I sell all this popcorn for the Boy Scouts of America.
I missed that before. I'm glad you said it again. It was in my phonological loop.
Oh,
but I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you repeated it because I wasn't sure if I was going to grab it out of my phonological loop. I saw it going by and I was like, oh, I should have grabbed that.
Your phonological loop is like whipping around. It's like a hamster on a wheel.
I'm dizzy because you brought it up again. I'm like, it's already in the loop.
No, it's in the loop twice and it's going faster. Phonological loop.
You said it different too. Which one do I grab? It's like a game show. Like using your phonological loop.
That would be the worst game show ever. Because somebody would just say something and somebody would be like, Boy Scout popcorn. And then the crowd would go wild. And they'd be like, $10,000 for Cheryl from Ohio.
And then there's a part of the game show, like most of it's just that. They're just repeating sentences back.
Yeah.
And then there's a part of the game show where they're in this like crazy, their phonological loop is full. You know when a game show has you go into one of those, it's like a phone booth and then there's just like...
There's money flying around.
It's like that, but it's your phonological loop going off. They're sending a bunch at you and you have to like...
Yeah.
Keep them go. I don't know. That's basically just a working memory experiment, I guess. That's what they do.
I miss the telephone booths with money flying around in them.
What happened to those?
I don't know. We should bring them back, dude.
And sliming. Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah. Have you ever seen footage of Katy Perry getting slimed? And she opens a box and it's like a fire hose goes off in her face. There's no way it didn't rip her eyelashes off.
Yeah.
They blasted her so hard and she like falls over and is like she's like shocked. It's like really insane.
That is shocking.
It's like, because
it looks so soft.
Well, when you do it from the top, it's like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And it's like viscous.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's like, it's not like the blood from Carrie.
Right. Yeah.
And it's also like closer to you. Like this, they like fucking, I can't imagine that like she wasn't blown out of her shoes.
Yeah.
Like she got hit by a car or something. Like it's fucking insane.
Like she lost her, you know, when you used to do like Red Rover.
Oh yeah.
What's it called when you lose I guess you just lose your breath?
You get the wind knocked out of you?
Yeah, the wind knocked out of you.
Yeah, probably.
That hasn't happened to me in so long.
Same.
God, I hated that.
Yeah. Well, I think I tripped on the ice the other day while I was walking my dog, and I think that knocked the wind out of me. 'Cause my feet came out from under me.
But could you not breathe for a second?
Well, I don't know. It was more like, you know when it feels like your lungs are just go completely empty?
Yeah.
And then you have to be like...
That's how it feels.
Yeah, I guess
it's been so long since it happened.
I could breathe. It's not like I couldn't breathe for a moment.
Yeah.
It's just that it felt like it all came out at once, and then I had to be like...
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think that's it.
That's what I call getting the wind knocked out of you.
Yeah.
Because it knocks all the wind out of you.
Oh, yeah. You got to suck it back up fast.
Yeah. Do you want to open your gift?
Yeah. Wait, what were we just talking about, though?
Phonological loop.
Dang, there's something else I thought.
And getting slimed.
Oh, it's all right.
And not coming.
Oh, yeah. So that guy, I think we finished it, but he basically said that all night about how he's not going to come. He was just screaming it. And Lucas kept having to be like, hey, like, we can't talk to everyone, but he did it anyway.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it just gets released in a different way.
I hope one of the comics was like, maybe you should be coming.
Oh my God.
You should be coming if this is how you act when you don't come.
There's this comic, Daniel Crow, who went up. He was just doing a short set, like a guest spot.
Yeah.
And he got interrupted immediately by this coming guy. And he was the best though. Mm-hmm. So Daniel Crow is asexual. Mm-hmm. And he's also... He's memorized every fact, basically. He's like great at Jeopardy. He's just another example of don't come.
I know, yeah. If that guy's asexual, he's probably never coming. Oh, yeah. And he knows everything. He's a genius.
He does know everything.
God,
he's memorized everything.
Coming.
Anyway, the entire set, he didn't do one joke because the guy interrupted him immediately. Mm-hmm. And then he started roasting that guy about basically that he hadn't not come enough yet. Because he was like, well, do you know? And he would ask him a question, like a really specific trivia question. And then he'd start screaming at him after that he hadn't not come enough yet. It was hilarious. I wish he recorded that.
That's so
funny. I can't
funny.
remember really much about it, except that he kept asking him specific facts and
that's
the guy
so
failing.
Funny.
And he was
and then he's like, I didn't think I would be asked questions.
I think he was like, this guy's definitely been coming. Because he failed all these questions.
Wait, is that the reason the guy gave so he could be smarter?
No, he didn't give any reason. He just said it over and over.
Screaming that he wasn't coming for 6 months. It's almost like, it almost feels like he's like, I'm not coming, everybody. Like, it's like he's trying to reverse psychology all the women in the audience.
That's interesting you said that, because there was this woman in the audience
who wanted to make him come.
I think when she heard that, she was like, I'm going to get it done. You know? Because like she got all like, woo about it. And then she started like trying to talk to him during the show, like through the crowd work, trying to be like involved. And it seemed, and then throughout the night, she would look over at him a lot. They were like not close together, but I could see her clearly. And then he was right here. So I'd see her kind of looking over.
These are the two weirdest people.
And then at one point, she walked through to go to the bathroom, and it was like between comics. So Lucas was up there and he was like, give it up for the next comic or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she walked by so exaggeratedly by this dude. She like walked through and she was like clapping down the aisle. And she was like really like moving her hips.
She was peacocking.
And she did it. And I saw her like kind of look back as she went through. I'm like, that was for him.
Yeah.
She's like trying to get this guy.
Those are the two weirdest people to have in an audience together.
Real weird.
It was their show.
It
wasn't
weird.
Even you and Lucas's show. It was their show.
Yeah.
God, that's so bonkers, dude.
Should we do this gift?
Yeah.
Allie got me a Christmas gift.
Yeah, I opened hers last episode.
Yeah. We don't know what order they'll come out, but
they'll probably come out next to each other.
They're going to seem like Valentine's Day gifts.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, which we will do. And those will come out
in October.
For 4th of July. It's like that sketch. I can't re-explain the sketch on this podcast.
I know, you've explained it,
but just go watch it. It's David Cross, and I can't remember even the show it's on, but he has this sketch. Just watch all of his sketches. But he has this one where I can't explain it. It's too hard. Thank you, Allie. I love the wrapping paper.
It's birds.
It's birds.
Yep.
I don't know what I was watching, but there was some line in it where it was like, and that's a bird I know.
That sounds like something you would say.
Me and my ex, who wasn't the good one, we used to have this joke. I think it was my joke, but then he would always be like, that's my joke.
Of
it's
course,
probably not even that good. I don't know why I'm hyping it up.
It's still stolen valor.
But you'd see a bird, right? And then I'd see another bird like days later.
Yeah.
Of the same breed. And I'd be like, hey, there's that bird again.
That is really funny.
Like it's all the same bird.
That is really
and he's
funny.
He's just hanging around.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. I'm so excited for this. Birds.
Brittany's staring, for the listeners, Brittany's staring at the packaging and being like, birds, and beaming and opening it slower than I've seen anybody open a fucking present before.
Anticipation is important.
And she keeps being like, birds.
It's all kinds of birds. What if I hate the gift?
And you're like, you throw out the gift and keep the wrapping paper at
Good
the end
owl,
of today.
Though. All right, here I go. Oh! Oh my God. Oh, these are great. Oh my God. They're friendship koozies. One of them is a horse. One's a motorcycle. Motorcycle horse. If you've been following the pod long enough, those are our two energies.
Yeah.
You can figure out which one's
and
which.
And then on the other side, it says,
I'm with horse.
The
That's
motorcycle one says, I'm with horse.
And the horse one says, I'm with motorcycle.
And Brittany, when I tell you...
We need towels, too. Oh, wait, they don't do that for towels.
Wait, why towels?
I was thinking like her towels.
Oh, like hand towels.
But they don't do I'm with because you're not around people.
Oh, yeah, when you're
I cannot wait to bring these to a mama's birthday party this Thursday.
And then stand next to each other like this. Yeah. Dude, also, I cannot tell you.
I love these.
I cannot tell you how long it took me to, because
let me put it in my.
Because I made these, obviously, like I designed these in like Illustrator.
Yeah.
I was like thinking for maybe 40 minutes which way the arrow would have to be pointing because I needed it to be that while we were sitting on the pod, they were pointing at each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me get this cap on. Yeah, that's so funny. That would take me that long too.
I'm with horse. God. And then motorcycle. Do you want help?
Small. Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Oh. Do you want help?
No. I can use my koozie. This seltzer's just such a big bubbly boo boy. Sometimes when we do this podcast, I feel like I'm going crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes when we do this podcast, I feel fucking high.
I know. Same here. And then I'm like, which one am I? Because like before this, all day I was serious at work, you know?
Yeah.
And then I don't do this with other friends.
No.
I was telling another friend that like, maybe we've even talked about this on the... I'm still putting the koozie on, by the way.
You're gaping your koozie right now.
I was telling one of my other friends, like, you know how you have different relationships with every friend you have? Ours is like, if I had another friend who like watched our pod, they'd be like, what the hell? Brittany's not like this.
I know. I feel, dude,
I mean, they would see parts that they've seen.
Yeah.
But they'd be like, me and Brittany don't do any of this.
Dude, I feel that same way where it's like, I feel like I'm a very silly guy.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not silly very often. Oh, here we go. We're posing
like
it's a picture.
Oh my God, these are so good.
And then
let's wear them tonight at the show.
Yeah. And I was thinking of making them t-shirts, and then I was like, but I feel like I get you a t-shirt for every gift. You know what I mean?
I'm with horse. I'm with motorcycle.
And then we would stand next to each other, but also
I could never wear it alone.
I know. And that's the thing. And I was like, I need something that Brittany...
It's my way of showing I want to spend more time with you.
Yeah. And then it's just like, I'm with horse and you're standing alone.
And then you could make me one that I could wear alone where it's like, I'm with horse on the front and I'm with motorcycle
pointing up to you
on the back.
Yeah, and it's like pointing.
And then I just spin around. And it doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God.
I love it, Ellie.
But I was like, I need to, if I made them shirts, like we would never wear them together because like we would never wear them out. Like I make you shirts that you would never wear out.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I wear them to bed.
Yeah, I make you shirts that are for wearing to bed that are really silly. I bring them on
every trip I go on.
And then you're like, my friend Allie made me
and
this.
then I sit and I like eat snacks and I'm like, Allie made me this shirt.
Yeah. They're like,
and then I'll text you and I'm like, Allie, I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah. And then I'll get a picture that somebody took of you, like wearing this shirt, like the person you're rooming with or whatever. Yeah. And so I was like, I needed something that like you could wear out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it. I'm going to use this every day. I can fit this in my purse.
Yeah. I figured that it would be nice.
Yeah. It's good for winter too. Keep my hands warm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It has a lot of uses.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you were just...
What else you got? What else can you use this for?
You looking at me, like, crying and being like...
I've been crying for 5 minutes.
Can you guys tell we haven't hung out a long time?
We've both been sick.
We've been sick, and the last 4 podcasts have been like...
They've been like this.
Because we haven't seen each other a lot. Yeah.
I would like to see, we should tag the ones that are like this, and we should see how quick the drop-off is.
I know.
It's like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
They're both just like doing acid.
I know.
Every 6 episodes,
I know.
There's an acid episode.
We just dose ourselves. God.
Anyway, I guess we should get into our stories. Man.
Oh, yeah.
We're really chugging. Thank you for the gift, Allie. I love it.
Of course. I'm glad that you like it.
Should we hold them up again for the viewers? I got to spin it around too so you can see the horse.
So it says, I'm with horse, and then it points at this one, and it says, I'm with motorcycle, and then you turn it around. And it also works if you keep yours this way, it says, I'm with horse.
Oh, yeah.
And then
it works both ways.
Exactly. And do you know
the ingenuity?
Do you know how hard it is to find custom print koozies where you only need one and they have to be double-sided?
Yeah,
I paid like a little bit too much for these koozies because I had to only buy one bulk. Of each.
Yeah. Oh, we could have these for merch too.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, then it takes away, I guess, from the gift specialness.
I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care.
I'm down with it.
We could sell them.
Comment if you like these for merch.
Yeah, and then we'll sell them, I guess. I've already made them. It's so stupid. Also, it's like, if anybody else sees this with no context, it's like these people are mentally ill.
I love these. We can sell them at our new show that we're going to maybe do.
Dude, honestly, sorry, I burped. We should. Mm-hmm. We should sell merch, dude.
We should sell them. Yeah. Fuck. This might be cut out. I don't know.
Who cares?
Who cares? Yeah. We're just excited to be together. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we haven't hung out in a long time.
Maybe our Patreon one should be us, like, going crazy.
Yeah.
When we haven't hung out in a while.
I know, yeah. Because they're unlistenable to if you're not, like, already a huge fan.
Yeah, yeah. We're both like dogs that haven't seen each other in months. Yeah. But like your dog friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm the dog and you just came home from the army.
Yes. And I'm excited too.
Yeah.
I'm a little stressed about the things I saw, but I'm so happy to see you. You know? Yeah. Can replace those thoughts for a while.
Yeah.
That's how I feel on the pod.
And I'm like, wow, you're different. You wake up screaming in the middle of the night. Every time there's fireworks, you also hide in the bathtub like I do.
Did I tell you my dad was saying when he drops off my nephew at preschool or whatever it is, daycare, he has a friend now, right? At the daycare.
A man friend or a child friend?
A child friend. Not my dad, my nephew.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, calm down, everybody.
I thought your dad had a child friend.
I know. I heard that and I was like, this sounds so bad. Although all the kids love him and they want to give him a hug.
I know. Yeah, they all line up to hug him. Yeah.
Anyway, nephew has a friend at daycare. And now my dad will drop him off. And if the friend is there, Benjamin runs up to the friend. And then they just look each other in the eye and jump up and down together. Isn't that adorable?
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. All right. We got to get into some stuff.
Okay.
We got to get into our stupid stories.
Oh, yeah. We got to do stupid stories. Holy shit.
I'll try and do a short one.
Yeah. I probably have a short one too. Actually, mine is short. I think mine's pretty short.
Okay.
It's just like kind of ridiculous. It's not even... Mm-hmm. It's not even that long. Okay, so when I was in, it must have been elementary school. I was definitely like 6 or something, and I was on the bus, and there was this kid who like really hated me, and I hated him, and we just didn't like each other. But
do you know why?
I don't remember why. I think he just sucked. I remember just like not really liking him that much. And one day he got on with like, it was really cold and he had a puffy hat on. He had like one of those hats that were like fur lined and it has the flaps over your ears.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice hat. And then he punched me in the mouth.
Whoa.
And then my tooth fell out.
Oh my God. Did he have a crush on you though? Was it one of those?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean,
you definitely didn't have one on him.
No. I remember not liking him at all. And then my tooth fell out on the bus. It was a baby tooth. Don't worry. It was not an adult tooth. And then
it's weird. Like, how old were you again?
Like 6.
That's so weird. You can say sarcastically, nice hat when you're 6.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember
you knew that you were roasting him.
Yeah. I was like definitely roasting him. And then I got in trouble for making fun of his hat. Isn't that insane? I remember I got called to the principal's office because he punched me in the face and
you
knocked my tooth out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like...
I wonder if he was getting bullied a lot.
I don't know.
Because like, why
I think
else
he probably
would
came
they
from
go that way?
I think he like was having issues at home.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Yeah.
But
and you, Allie?
Yeah, everything was great at home for me, obviously.
I was sleeping in a cot in a basement in the cold. What?
I was sleeping in my father's unfinished basement on a cot, but at least I wasn't punching kids in the mouth and knocking their fucking teeth out, all right?
I used my words.
Yeah, like, nice hat, idiot.
How can you even tell when kids are being like that? Because kids have the same problem I have, where they sound they're almost too genuine that they sound like they're being mean.
I know. And it's crazy because I do remember being like, nice hat, like sarcastically, because in my defense in the principal's office, when we're both in there, I was like, I was saying he had a nice hat.
Yeah.
I was like acting fucking stupid.
For example, I like your hat.
Yeah. And then I just got punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, that's wild.
But yeah, that was fucking, it's not like that long of a story. It just like came to mind and I was like, yeah, I got fucking my shit rocked when I was 6. He was also 6 though. That's the thing. He might've been like a year older.
I can't believe you can remember. Like, do you remember what the principal said to you?
I remember
6 is young.
I remember him being like, you can't make fun of people. It was like very that. And then I got like, I had to like, they don't have like detention when you're that young. They just like make you stay in from recess. You just don't get recess. And so I didn't get recess for like an entire week because I got punched in the mouth by a kid. His name was Jordan and I don't remember his last name. But you asshole, if you're out there, I swear to God, give me my tooth back.
Man. Punishment decisions are so weird.
It's weird when like if there's like they punish everybody equally no matter what happened. Okay, I should have been punished like a little bit for that because I did make fun of his hat. That was an insane reaction. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Did he get punished at all?
He got punished too.
Oh, okay.
I think he got punished like the same as me though.
Okay.
I don't think he got like suspended or anything. He punched me in the mouth. He punched a girl in the mouth.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy. But
Benjamin was sitting on kids. I told you that.
He was sitting on
kids?
He
was just sitting
like
on
to
kids.
Assert dominance?
Don't know.
Dogs do that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what August is doing? Every time we're at our show, there's this dog that leans on us.
Oh, I think that's
just love.
That's just him like
how I'm interpreting
trying to yeah. But there's like dogs who sit. You'll see puppies like sit on other dogs for dominance. And I'm saying Benjamin, your nephew, is a dog.
Yeah. I got a stupid story. This also just popped into my mind. Oh, yesterday, because I went to a museum.
Oh, what museum?
Just Brooklyn Museum.
I love that place.
Yeah, they have a Spike Lee exhibit right now.
Really?
Yeah, and a zine exhibit.
They had a Terry Mugler thing that I missed, which I really wanted to go to, but
it was cool. But then after that, we like looked at some of the like rest of the museum that's all there, and it was like just the paintings you normally see and stuff. And there was this one, something reminded me of this because it was like.
Oh, also, little aside, one time I served Spike Lee.
Oh, yeah?
At the restaurant that I worked in Brooklyn.
And how'd you do? Because you're not allowed to say, because you told me before, you're not allowed to say like anything about their celebrity.
No,
right?
Yeah, I just served him and it was fine and he didn't talk to me that much. It was him and his mom or something. It was him and like an older woman.
Yeah.
And it seemed like his mom or something like that.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Anyway.
A lot of people went to that restaurant.
I know, yeah.
That's the one she points out all the time.
Yeah, that I won't stop pointing out to my friend Brittany. If I keep pointing things out, she's not going to come up to me and start hopping up and down.
There's my impressive restaurant. There's my impressive old flat.
Flat?
Apartment.
What the hell?
Whoops. I've been hanging out with Katrina a lot.
Oh my God, of course. She's British, which is why that makes sense.
Anyway, this painting reminded me of my childhood where, remember Microsoft Paint? We were all using that all the time, drawing stuff, right? I was on it a lot, but there's one thing I was doing over and over, and it's not good, but I was doing this constantly. I would get the spray paint option, and I would choose a color, and then I would just spray paint dots all over, right? And I would do that with like every color for like 20 minutes.
That actually seems cool. It would be like covered up.
Eventually, it would look like a field of flowers if your vision was kind of blurry.
Yeah, which yours was all the time.
Which mine was all the time.
Yeah.
So it just looked like flowers.
And you'd take your glasses off and be like, beautiful. Gorgeous.
Yeah. That's what I have to do in real fields. Because I'm like, what's all this detail?
You're overwhelmed by the detail.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I've never had to process that much information because of my blurred eyes. So I was doing that all the time. Like, I probably did that 25 times. Exact same thing. Just repeated it. There's nothing in that.
I think that's cool, though.
You do?
I feel like it looked cool.
I can picture the way it looked. But as I was thinking about this the other day, I was like, was that a response to like something going on? Like I was like anxious and that was comfortable for me to do.
Maybe.
And I would just be on the computer. Like,
you're like, I have to go make my dust.
Calming myself down. Yeah. With my flower dust.
Yeah.
I'm sure I was drawing horses too.
Definitely. Dude. Oh, I would kill a guy to get your MS Paint drawings of horses.
My God, me too. Me too. I wish we had those.
Yeah. Dude, I remember I would like make my desktop backgrounds full of emo boys that I thought were hot.
Kissing?
No, I would never make my desktop background emo boys kissing. My mom already found me out. But it would be like, I don't know, guys from like My Chemical Romance or whatever. And then I would like put them in frames and then like make a black background and have like purple type it. I was graphic designing actually.
You're already doing it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I was like putting shit together. But I remember being frustrated. I remember not having the patience for MS Paint. You know what I mean?
It was really frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. My little brother used to paint stuff a lot too. And there's like something where he's on an island alone. Like I think he was really mad at the family. And he was like on an island alone. And I can't remember what it said. My dad will be able to say. I'll like get my dad to tell me. It said something basically about wanting to be alone.
That's so fun. Wait, how old was he? Was he your older or younger?
I don't know how old he was. Younger.
Oh my God.
But I'm thinking like 8 to 10.
And he made a picture of him on an island.
And then he also painted this picture that my dad talks about all the time, where it's like it's like him and my dad on the boat fishing in the sea, which is something they used to do all the time.
Yeah.
And there's like, I don't know, it's just like a child's painting of like a scene he liked and like a family trip he liked.
That's
my
cute.
dad loves it so much. He talks about it all the time. So I one year for my dad's birthday, I got it put onto a canvas.
Of course.
My dad loves it. Yeah. He loves these kinds of gifts from me.
Of course, the horse plates.
Which we'll put another picture of those in.
Yeah, I know. We talk about that like once a month on this podcast.
But every time I make a gift like this, my mom has to deal with it.
Yeah, I know.
Like as part of the home decor. Her house is decorated very nice. It's like, it's like elegant, but not too much.
Yeah.
It like looks really good. And she likes doing that. And then I'll be like, here's a canvas of a Microsoft Paint image. It's like really pixelated too.
Yeah.
And it's huge. It's like bigger than these foam pieces right here.
What? Why was it so big?
I don't know, because I was like, my dad loves this. He's gonna want it big.
Yeah.
And my mom was like pissed because she didn't want it hung anywhere in the house. It's in their bedroom. It's in their bedroom above this one like dressery thing where
it's so funny.
I feel like it looks hidden enough to her.
Yeah.
Because it's like people who come to the house don't see it because it's in their bedroom.
Yeah.
But it's like visible enough for him to be like,
so funny.
That's that picture.
That's so funny for her to hate it.
She hates it. And I kind of always forget that when I make these things that she's going to feel like she has to deal with it now.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I remember one time you texted me, you were like, hey, do you want to hang out on Sunday? I have to make a horse plate for my dad. And it was before you had even told me about the horse plates. And so for you to be like, I have to make a horse plate for my dad, I was like, excuse me?
Well, it's coming up again. I got to make one for him by next month.
Yeah. All right. Should we get into our postie?
Yeah.
I can read it. Should we do the shorter one?
Yeah. How much time do we have, Connor?
Oh, sick. Okay. So we'll do the shorter one. The one about Korean bowing.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to read a post from an internet user who we think is stupid. Am I the asshole for refusing to bow to my Korean fiance's grandparents? Yes, already you are. My fiance is Korean American, and I'm American. We've met each other's parents before, and she's met my grandparents.
We knew you were going to be American by the way you wrote the question.
I know, yeah. Refusing to bow. And she's met my grandparents, but I've yet to meet her grandparents because they live in Korea. We are planning a trip to Korea as soon as possible so that I can meet her grandparents. She's asking me to bow to her grandparents when we meet, since respecting the elders is a big deal in Korean culture. Not just like a casual dip, like a full-on 90-degree bow. I said I'd rather not since I found it emasculating and that I don't just bow to anyone.
Okay, you know what the problem is? This is clear. He's worried about feeling like he looks gay for a second.
I know.
He's worried about feeling like he could be gay if he bends over.
I know. He's afraid of going...
How old is this guy?
It doesn't say.
What were we going to say? Sorry.
But he's afraid of going to a culture where this thing is customary, so nobody's gonna think he's gay for doing this. But he's gonna feel he's afraid of feeling a little gay when he does it. He's afraid his boys at home are gonna he's gonna come back and they'll be like, "Did you bow? There's something different about you. You seem a little gayer."
That one boyfriend of yours won't wash his ass.
Yeah,
he's afraid he might feel gay.
He was not my boyfriend. He did not want to be.
Good. Anyway, this guy doesn't want to bend 90 degrees.
I know, yeah. He's like, I don't bow to just anyone, not even my fiance's grandparents. She said that it was important to her culture, but I pointed out that she didn't bow to my grandparents or parents.
He's like, what? Now you want me to give a weak handshake to someone too?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
You want me to get on my knees and suck your grandpa's cock while I'm at it? Is that what you want? I might as well just do that if I'm going to bow. I just think it's hypocritical to expect me to bow to her grandparents when she didn't bow to mine. Her grandparents aren't my superior just because of their age. Why should I have to bow? But there's also, like, here's the thing.
She did all the other, whatever weird cultural stuff we did, she was doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And
she's been doing it the whole time. She's been living in.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, it's not that, I don't think the issue is that, like, it should be bow for a bow. It should be, like, having respect for having respect.
Yeah, yeah,
and, like, it seems like I am going to assume that she's been respectful to the elders in his family.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, instead of bowing, I'm sure that she had to, like, go over and eat, the Keebler's Elves, like, fudge cookies that are, like, really, really stale. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that is how you respect American
grandparents. And then she's like, if you want me to eat these Keebler's fudge cookies, you're going to have to take your shoes off when you enter the house.
I know. Yeah.
Whatever. You're going to have to sit while you eat your meal.
Yeah, I know.
I'm probably mixing up cultures, but
sit.
We'll cut that. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're doing like trades for like.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
Oh, okay, you're gonna do that?
Yeah, and I'm sure that
you're gonna ask me to experience part of the life you live.
Yeah,
because you're inviting me into your world, and that's our relationship.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna make you do this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna punish you for trying to connect with me.
Yeah. I'm gonna punish you for bringing me into your life.
Yeah.
God. She said it was just one tiny thing I could do to earn their respect, but I said that if it was so tiny, it should be fine if I don't do it. And that I respect myself, and that's why I'm not going to bow. And she was just going to have to respect my decision.
This is as tiny as saying thank you for a meal.
I know, yeah.
You know, like it's very important. It's easy to do.
I know, yeah.
But it's really important that you do it.
I know, but he thinks that it will make him gay if he says thank you for the meal.
He's doing this things. Yeah. Oh, phonological loop.
But yeah, there you go.
It was like, Brittany, catch that one. You're going to laugh at it.
Yeah, and you're like, you got it off the hamster wheel, dude. Yeah.
He's doing this thing, though, that lots of, and I will say, dude posters on Reddit do, where like, they'll start talking about the situation like it's about the logic.
I know,
not about like just the reality of the world we live in. And the way things go. They're like, but now you're saying we got to match stuff. So I'm saying, and then it like becomes a different.
I know.
Like the argument makes no sense because he's doing this like tit for tat thing.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not about that.
Exactly. This reminds me of like a lot of 90 Day Fiancé. So there's there's a spinoff of 90 Day Fiancé, which is called The Other Way. And so like it's Americans go live in another country in order to like marry their like spouse or whatever. And it's always like a 60-year-old man moving to a remote village in Ecuador to marry a 22-year-old lady.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and they're like, and he's like, why don't they have chicken fingers here?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And like, I love every single like season, there's a white guy trying to eat a food that he's never had before. And it's like, it'll be as simple as like, it's like a pork roast and it's just not prepared the way that he's like used to seeing it. And he'll be like trying not to throw
it around.
Up. Yeah. He's like trying not to throw up as he's eating it. And I'm like, that's so fucking disrespectful, dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look at comments and see what else is.
Oh, sorry. So what was the end? He just said, should I have to do this? I don't want to do this.
She's just going to have to respect my decision. Am I the asshole? She thinks I'm an asshole for that. Am I the asshole? Yeah, you are, dude. You absolutely are.
What about like when you go to a job interview, there's a lot of norms you follow for the exact same reason. You want to give a good first impression.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's willing to do all that.
No, totally.
It's just that she's asking him to do it.
It's just weird that a bow, is he afraid somebody's going to slip something in his ass while he's bowing? Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's the only explanation we have.
I know. He thinks he's gay.
He thinks he's gay. He's worried he's gay.
Yeah. Like, I can't imagine any other thing, like, realistically being the issue. You know what I mean?
No.
Like.
Also, like, oh, he's going to Korea. I don't know if it's the same in Korea. It may be. But in Japan, everyone bows all the time.
Yeah.
To everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to go to Korea and never bow?
Yeah.
It's like, just like, you're going there, just experience the whole thing.
I know.
Like, why are you being so...
Does he think that all Korean men are gay because they bow? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Depends on how far you bow.
Yeah. Not just a little bow, like a full 90-degree bow.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so ridiculous. What if he bows and just pukes?
Mm-hmm.
he has like terrible like heartburn.
Yeah.
And he just like spills over. That's why he doesn't want to bow. He's just like...
There's some like other bizarre reason he can't do 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And that's what the argument became. He's like, I'll do 75.
Yeah, I know.
I can do 75.
Like, he's like negotiating. Yeah. He's like, I'm afraid I'll fart if I bend all the way over. Yeah.